Thank you for your interest in the Cardinal Quarter Community Service Work-Study program. This video will describe the 6 steps needed to complete a CSWS application to work with a community partner organization during the academic year or summer term. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to contact the CSWS program staff. Our contact information is available on the CSWS website, and you are welcome to send an email or make an in-person advising appointment. The CSWS program allows Stanford undergraduates to work with any eligible nonprofit, government, or Native American tribal organization in the United States. Students can utilize our list of past community partner organizations or select a new community partner to work with. The partner organization and position must directly benefit the community beyond Stanford University. There are a few job positions that the CSWS program cannot fund, such as performing research, working for an elected official, or working on international focused programs. Please look into alternate funding sources if your desired position falls into these categories. One exciting aspect of the CSWS program is that the student receives a competitive wage, but the community partner only pays 10% of the student wages. The remainder of the student wages are provided by the federal government and Stanford University. This video will cover the first 6 steps of the application process, and we will use the CSWS website. The CSWS program accepts applications on a rolling basis throughout the year, but the summer program has an early deadline in February and a final deadline in April each year. There are 6 steps of the application process that must be complete in order for CSWS staff to review your application. The first step of the application process is to ensure that you are eligible. You must request authorization from the financial aid office. You can do this by clicking on the button, which will take you to the financial aid website. Here, you can click the CSWS authorization button. Please fill in your information and be sure to select the appropriate CSWS term that you are applying for. It is important to note that authorization must be requested for each term individually, and some students who are not eligible during the academic year may be eligible for summer funding. After you submit your application, the financial aid office will usually process your request within 1 week. You will receive an email from the financial aid office regarding your eligibility. If you have any questions about your authorization, please refer to them. Keep in mind that in order to determine your summer CSWS eligibility, you must complete the FAFSA for the upcoming academic year. Usually, students submit their FAFSA during fall or winter quarter prior to starting their summer CSWS application. The second step of the application process is to find a community partner for your CSWS placement. It is up to the student to contact the organization and discuss their job description, but there are several resources to help complete this step. CSWS staff are happy to assist you to identify potential placements and craft an initial email to the organization. On our website, we have a list of both local and national CSWS placements, as well as a page with information about federal guidelines that the community partner must meet. You'll find that there is a wide range of nonprofit organizations, government agencies, and Native American tribal organizations that are eligible. Students have worked in education, technology, health, art, media, law, and many more areas. Once you have completed steps 1 and 2, the bulk of your application is complete. You've not only determined that you're eligible for CSWS, but you've also found an organization that you'd like to work with, and you've talked with them about your job description. Now, students should complete the appropriate student application depending on whether they're applying to work during the academic year or the summer. I will use the summer 2019 student application as an example. You'll notice that most of the application is just basic information about the student and the community partner. The last section asks about the student's work schedule, so please make sure that you've discussed this information with your community partner. There are 2 short essay questions that we would like students to thoughtfully respond to. Usually a paragraph or 2 will suffice, but please be specific. CSWS staff are happy to answer any questions you might have about your responses. At the same time that the student is completing the student application, they must ask their community partner to complete their portions of the application. I would recommend sending an email to your supervisor with the information for steps 4, 5, and 6 as early as possible. It is the student's responsibility to send their supervisor the link to the appropriate community partner application, depending on whether they're applying to work during the academic year or summer. The supervisor at the organization will fill out the online community partner application, which includes basic information about the organization, a few short response questions, and the student's work schedule. You should also ask your supervisor to obtain a copy of their nonprofit status verification document and send them the appropriate contract. Please allow for plenty of time in advance of the CSWS deadline to have your community partner fill out their sections of the contract and send the signed document back to you. Don't forget to sign your portion of the contract before sending the completed document to the CSWS program. Congratulations! Your application is complete once steps 1 through 6 are received by the CSWS program. To summarize, we will need an eligibility authorization, the student application, the community partner application, a nonprofit status verification document, and a signed community partner contract. If this is the student's first time being employed through Stanford University, they will need to complete an I-9 form. It is important to note that the I-9 form will require some original documents such as a state ID, passport, birth certificate, or other document. So please make sure to review those requirements and obtain the documents as needed. In addition to providing in-person support, we also have a resources for students page that includes past placements, tips for finding a potential community partner, a sample letter that you can reference, and additional documents and frequently asked questions. We're so excited for your interest in the Community Service Work-Study program for either the academic year or summer term. Please do not hesitate to reach out to program staff if you have any questions. The program also hosts a variety of information sessions in winter quarter and the beginning of spring quarter.